Okay. Right, so I guess I don't know what happens now. I don't know. I've never been live on YouTube. What happens if I go to the channel? Oh, there we are, there. Oh. Oh, Chapel's put you go. Oh. Did you get a notification then? When I went live? It says Lee. It says Lee Chapman. It says hello. Lee Chapman says hello.
Is it Leighton?
Is it Leighton?
Ask him he's on mute. My account's connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was getting messages from Chapo, and I was like, what are you messaging there? She's like, I'm like, I haven't even got my phone. It's fucking Leighton. Mr. Goldberg.
I think he needs a minute.
For like
I've
60
packed
seconds.
that kind of chow before. Tradable. So played her for foot champs and then got her in foot champs. So it was untradeable, so flogged there.
It's boss when that happens though.
Brilliant.
Is it me or like, you know, the computer like that you play against does not seem to simulate anything like what people can play that game?
No.
Because I play that, whatever difficulty, I can't remember, perfectly fine, getting, you know, some good goals in and whatnot. Played a few games online. What the? It's like I'm playing against freaking Barcelona, everybody team.
Roughing it online.
Mate, I'm not investing money in this because, like, what is this? Everyone's just got all these legendary characters, and here's me with like, look if I've got like a few golds and like the is it the rare ones? You know, the ones that you get the icons.
Yeah. To be
Like,
fair,
what am I supposed to do?
my team is an Evo team. I've got
I
Leeds
can't hear you,
Smith,
Goldie.
Kiddo up top. Loads of Leeds players I've just spent hours on.
Your mic's muted, Goldie. You're waving, but your mic's muted.
I can't see Goldie. I'm sure you blocked me, lad, you know.
I don't think Goldie can, like,
Can't see you.
you're muted, Goldie. You are muted. You're muted from Discord, aren't you? From when you went into the voice chat, it mutes you automatically. You've got to unmute yourself.
I can hear him.
You can hear Goldie.
I
Right there.
can hear him, but I can't see him.
Yeah, there you go.
Walk on through the wind.
Probably mess up mute him again. Might just save mute him.
Yeah, HP him.
Hang on. Something else here.
Right, I listened to the
look at
same
that.
3 Liverpool songs last night.
Look at
Liverpool
that.
only got 3
Look at that.
songs.
We've got more, but look at that.
For
Look at
20p,
that. Number 20.
minutes.
Number 20. Number 20. Just saying, number 20. And last but not least,
But 2 in 32 years.
tastes like Arsenal tears. Right, I'm done now.
Only because you've seen the video of the fella drinking it.
It's kind of
you-
funny seeing someone that's won it twice in like 30 odd years acting like the big men on campus. They've had like the easiest season. Now, not to say that they haven't played really well, but they have had the pretty easiest season to win. I'm not gonna lie. Man City's been nowhere near to clinch it from them. Man United's just been, well, Man United. Chelsea were alright and Arsenal were alright, and then they've dropped off. Who else going to contest that?
Everton next year.
Well, to be fair, with all those Yanks getting on your board,
I know more coming in now, aren't they? They're fucking minted.
He's doing what we've done, that consortium kind of thing.
It must be because more people just joining us and like the billionaire behind them. But we can only spend fucking 10 mil or something.
But do you know what though? It's good because like when I was watching the interview for like how ours is, you've got like I think Michael Phelps is involved, but they've put like $1 million or 2 mil, but they own like next to nothing, but they've invested millions. So the money just builds up and builds up. It looks like a good little business plan.
To get away around fucking FSP, innit?
Yeah.
Right, should we start? Because obviously Leeds kick off at 8, don't they? So obviously
Yeah.
Gerhard's wants to be gone. Right, so welcome back to another episode of the Let's Talk Football podcast. It wasn't here last week, it was a bank holiday. Hazard was in work and we thought we'd have a day off. And now we're on YouTube. Hazard, have you sent your link round to your firm?
Yeah, all good.
Oh, good, sounds. Right, agenda went out, and obviously there's only one place to start, and that is obviously Liverpool's title that they won in December was finally confirmed yesterday. I'll hand it over to you, Mr. Goldie.
literally the perfect opponent to literally clinch the title against, as he said the commentary. Like Spurs are just, we all know our feelings on Spurs and Ange. Like, one day they're good, next day they're absolutely bonkers. But yeah, bit of a shaky start, but then we just turned it round. And then it's just good. At least finally we managed to clinch it. 4 games left, like, it's just to be in a few more, but I'm not getting into that. And then it was just good to see all the fans celebrating long into the night and across the road from you, FCB.
It was in the road because I live in a dead end, so...
Yeah.
Scouts.
So yeah, good to see, and hopefully now, even though the season's done, just keep on
Scouts
trying to
in
get the
the
highest points. But hopefully with a few rotations through the team, not like the usual starting 11. I like to see Chiesa get a start, for God's sake.
Sorry, I'm just
feel
laughing
bad for that
because
guy too.
Leighton's in the YouTube chat and he's put Scouser in Madrid.
Leighton, I used to like you. But he's got a point. Then again, Cody Gakpo might have given away something yesterday in his interview, saying hopefully Trent stays.
It's a strange one, isn't it?
We don't
Because
know.
it all came out from Madrid, didn't it? Madrid confirmed it, but
Yeah.
Trent never confirmed it himself and he's just left the background noise. Which I
And
think
then, like,
he should have addressed it because some of the fans had turned on him. So he should have addressed it and
Like
said,
Peter-
listen, I haven't confirmed
And like
anything.
Peter
So.
Doherty said yesterday, how could Trent consider walking away from this? Yet we might not win the league next season, but we could do. And the whole celebration thing could happen again.
I know what he can do. He can get off his phone and check weather in Madrid all year round, and then he can go who plays for Real Madrid and see Bellingham, and he looks at like McAllister and like okay, yeah, and then he goes right, who could I pass the ball to? Darwin Núñez or Mbappe or Vinny or Rodrigo? You know.
Like I say, that is a saga yet to be fully confirmed. Because like I say, we're all still waiting. I'd rather them come out and say, oh yeah, I'm staying, or yeah, I'm going. But not
Yeah,
like
he should have
consistently-
addressed it and said like, listen, I haven't said nothing, this is from Madrid, but I haven't said nothing to do with me. I can't confirm or deny if I am going or not, because the fans obviously have turned on him. It's a bit harsh, especially when he's kept quiet all the way through the situation.
Yeah. And the way he was celebrating yesterday as well, like proper way he was looking like he's gonna stay, but then he could have been like, right, ta-ra, see you later, come the end of June. it's a strange one. It does need to be resolved soon, like the whole Virgil and Salah
Yeah.
extending theirs.
Maybe you might know in the next few days because obviously the title's wrapped up now, so it's done. Season's done, dusted for them. So you might say yes, and I am going.
Yeah. But apart from that, it's been a strange season in the Prem just in general. Obviously, City started strong, then they just completely fell off. Then Arsenal, as usual, and then we just capitalised, as it were. Like we haven't been great every single game. Some games we have been poor, but then most games we have tried to battle and scream.
You're laughing because
Then we get-
that pie behind me then.
Yeah.
Move.
Yeah, literally.
Oh yeah. Overall, happy it's done. And just-
Yeah, you can enjoy it now, can't you? Just get it over the line. Enjoy it.
Just a better rotation the next few weeks, I want. Apart from Salah, like he needs 2 more goal involvements to break the record.
Which he's going to
Which,
do.
yeah, that's it. That's it for me.
It's weird, we talk about the title, but like there's no excitement for us. It was over a long time ago.
Yeah. And like the weird thing was, I seeing a stat like there was a list of pundits who either said Chelsea or Arsenal, and like no one said Liverpool. I was just like, well, you know.
It's the best way of doing it. As well,
What are your opinions on it?
well,
Or
I
are you
found,
just not bothered?
yeah, not by far the amusing that he's at blue flares.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a thing.
Yeah.
That's the best thing.
Yeah.
That is the most
Like
petty
fellas vinyl.
and like, oh, it's brilliant. I don't, yeah.
It's
What
top
an effort.
level shithousery at its finest. Like you couldn't get more elegant with a bigger middle finger than that. That
Yeah.
oh,
It was just great.
Just imagine being in that cop at that moment when he puts that flare up and it's blue and he signs to hide it underneath his seat.
It
I'm
was like,
surprised someone didn't swing for him though, thinking he was an Evertonian, winding him up.
Yeah, could have went wrong, couldn't it? But as well, while we're on that subject, this is a bit. Have you seen the situation with that fella's van?
yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen he's out with their business, the phone number and lot.
Yeah, the police are involved now, and he's a crime number. I mean, why have they gone and done that? He's a Liverpool fan who's gone the game.
yeah.
what's happened here?
So
What have I missed?
he's parked his van in, I think it was a petrol station, really, and he's gone the game. Obviously, loads of
And
Liverpool
literally-
fans who don't have tickets have partied around the surrounding areas. Have the partied on top of his van.
And like done it effectively, damaged it.
Like his
Put
van's
the roof
wrecked.
basically
Yeah, his roof's fucked. Like the console he had above in the roof just fell apart and it's hanging off.
Yeah.
It's fucking madness.
Yeah, that is a bit uncalled for. Like, what? Why? That's his livelihood. You know what I mean? There's no need. Jesus. I hope he gets it sorted because no one deserves that.
Well, they've named the girl, haven't they? The girl's been
Yeah.
named and basically saying you better start paying up for your
Otherwise
part of
it's
the
done.
damage. Yeah, 'cause the police are all involved now, which is. Well, the way it's mad. Why are you having someone's van or car? Why? You,
Why is the
something
thing
you
smashed
don't
up?
know.
I just don't get why people smash stuff up. Like, you enjoy it. Why do you need to cause criminal damage to enjoy a title?
so,
It's
yeah,
idiotic.
like smashing bus stops. We have to pay for at the end of the day of our fucking tax.
Exactly.
You're enjoying it in your mum and dad's pocket. But yeah, I hate to say congratulations to Liverpool for winning the league title. It hurts, but you know it'll all fall apart soon when the fucking idiots go after a couple of years. Because you're never going to be playing, never going to find a Salah, are you? In our lifetime, it might be further down the line. Someone's son in the man's womb, maybe ready to fucking, but it'll be hard to see someone do Salah's records. Right, the Champions League. Champions League is looking really, really good. We all thought Forest were going to drop. After that little blip, I think it was 2 games, and they got beat by us, they got beat by someone else. Then they go and win, and it puts them right back in the mix. Who are you fancying here to get the Champions League? Because this is just mental.
I'd say Forest, definitely.
Yeah, I want for them to be not a necessarily big club, but it's a small, like it's Nottingham. It's not a massive city. for them to win a Champions League, it'd be the only thing they'd probably talk about for the next 50 years. And a small team like that could benefit, because I'm pretty sure they're in Premier League. They're doing all right. That could give them something to keep, pushing up and maybe get top 6. Then they get top 6. Where do they go from there? Next thing you know, in the next couple of years, you could be seeing them at top of the table. So for that, I used to live near them. It'd be absolutely fantastic to see, and all the hard work that they've put in this season, because they've managed to do some work this season.
I've got at the moment they're sitting 6th, aren't they? On the same points as Chelsea. And obviously the top 5 gets it. And put them Villa just behind them with 3 points. But Forest have got a game in hand, which I think they play this week.
Yeah. I'd argue that they're not a small club though, Forest.
I don't reckon a big club that had hard times for 20 years.
Yeah, they're a sleeping giant. I think there's a lot of clubs in the Prem that I wouldn't say are big clubs that are mediocre, but like Forest, I think they're big club. They've been there, they've done it. They're already European champions once before. Yeah, as you say, they've had hard times. I'd good on them. Like you said, they've worked hard. They've put through. They've had them little blips of, who they've signed here, there, and everywhere. And I mean, I think it's mad that Chris Wood's still there. I think he's a mad.
I love it, because it just thinks of me old school. Everyone's playing this tick-attack of football, and they're just going bink right up to the big target man and bringing the wingers into play. Love that style.
I agree. I remember him playing at Leeds, and when he went in Prem, I think he was one of them players that you thought he's never going to be top end at Prem, but like, fair crack. I can't knock it. It is great.
Build a team around him. They've got pace either side of him, and then you've got Gibbs White in the 10 role, and it's a certain way of playing. It's how they play. They fucking soak the pressure up, and then they go ping, counter, big man, bring everyone to play, goal. It's quality. So you're saying Forest then? So who misses out? Do you reckon Villa miss out?
I reckon Villa and Chelsea miss out.
Villa and Chelsea. So you're thinking?
No, sorry, not Villa. I reckon Villa step in. Sorry, and Chelsea miss out. Sorry.
Chelsea.
I still think Newcastle will get a taste because I feel like they've already tasted it recently, and I feel like this team compared to like last season before, I feel like it's a bit much better than what they originally had. But I feel like they might benefit more from this format of the Champions League compared to the group stage. I could be chatting one, but that's my opinion.
So if Chelsea fall out then and Villa go in, who does Forest take the position over? Because obviously 2 got to drop out. He's 17 running, isn't he?
So
it's Arsenal second, so they're done and dusted. So it's Newcastle, City, Chelsea, Forest, Villa.
Yeah. Top 5 in it, yeah. So I reckon Forest step up. I reckon Chelsea drop out. And if Villa get in, then I reckon City miss out.
Or even the form they're currently in, they just battered Forest as well.
They did, but I just fancy them to mess up. I don't think after the year they've had, I reckon that there's got to be some little tweak. But they are that type of club that would just turn up just to be a pain. I mean it. I don't think they deserve Champions League at all. I think if they didn't get Champions League, they lose that pulling power. Alright, you'll still get it because there's still a chance, but if they missed out this year, for example, if they missed out next year, pulling power's gone for City.
Yeah.
All they've got is money and Champions League. Everyone knows you're playing for essentially a tin pot club that's completely soulless. It is what it is. There's nothing to it. It's a tourist corporate club. You lose that Champions League and that money draw, you've got nothing else to offer. You're not offering.
They can't even sell their allocation in Wembley for the semi-final of the FA Cup.
Exactly. That's pathetic.
They're protesting, aren't they?
What are they protesting though?
But
They're not giving enough billions.
Yeah, well, I listened to they're charging 71 quid, weren't they, ticket? That's
Is
why,
it
yeah,
Wembley?
that's why, not for Wembley, but that's why the Etihad is empty at the moment because they're paying £71 a ticket. They're trying to charge them.
Has that been the excuse for the last 10, 15 years?
No, I don't know what the other excuses for them. But fair enough, they're protesting because they've already all got the money. I don't know who's protesting because the tourists are still going to come in. £71, they're not going to be bothered. But with, what was I going to say? So, as you're saying, it's going to be Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle, Forest, Villa.
Yeah.
That is going to be interesting. Goldie, who are you saying there?
Obviously, us, Arsenal, I'd say Newcastle, Forest, then Villa.
You've got the same. I reckon the only thing that changes is Forest takes over Chelsea. Chelsea against us was nothing special again. Like they had 2-2 with Ipswich, only had 1-0 against us. We had our chances. Fucking Sanchez makes 2 great saves. They're not kicking on.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to see how that pans out for the last 3 games. All down to Forest. Because Forest win their game in hand, they go back to third.
Ooh.
Like, that's naughty. That's naughty.
Hopefully, the last game of the season gives us something to like actually look forward to.
Yeah, I think the Champions League
this.
anyway, yeah. And then for Europa League, Fulham are 6 points behind Villa.
Yeah, I don't fancy. That's going to be one of them that's it's the commiserations kind of. Whoever drops out is going to pick that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just the Champions League for the Prem at the moment. So relegation, all 3 teams are finally confirmed, done and dusted. If you look at it, Ipswich 21 points, next one West Ham 36. At the time, it looked like it was going to be a tight little running, and it just shows that the quality and depth that the Prem to them is just way too big. And Ipswich is a fucking delapsed agent has played a blinder, by the way, because someone's picking them up for 30 mil.
That's a steal. The thing is though, where's he go? So
United won him, don't they?
well, this is the thing, right? So they've got that Hoyland.
Hoyland, who's a kid still.
Yeah, still a kid. I think he scored for the first time in like 12 games yesterday or something. But he's still a kid. End of the day, he'll develop. He ain't gonna go to City and sit behind, or go back to City and sit behind Haaland and every Tom, Dick and Harry that they've got in the team. I wonder, and this is, I wonder if one of those clubs, well, Everton, or I'm thinking one of clubs in and around Europe at minute, in terms of like your Forest, your Villa, would they not be tempted for 30 mil to throw it, because they've got the draw, they've got the pulling power over Man United now and clubs like that with Europe. 30 mil's not a lot of money. He's only young and he's English. English tax on that, which happens, and we know it does. He classes as homegrown in English. He could, if he, I mean, he's a quality player, and he's done really well with a really poor side. Like Villa, I know they've got Watkins and all that, but I'd tempted me as a Villa owner or manager to just go, yeah, here's 30 mil, come on kid.
It would be ideal for Villa, would it? But they could have looked at buy Rashford though as well, and it looks like Rashford's a bit more of a pecking order than Watkins.
It's funny you say that, because I saw something along the lines of Kevin De Bruyne leaving Man City and it had the Villa top on. So I don't know if he would go Villa with all that, but Kevin De Bruyne going Villa, that's an interesting one that I've seen.
I think every club in the Prem should be looking at Kevin De Bruyne out of top form.
Yeah, I think the Delap's one of them where I think any of the sides coming up should be looking, do we have 30 mil? Obviously the draw's not the same as your Villa and your Chelsea and your Liverpools and whatnot, but it's a pretty even playing field, I think, in that 30 mil. It really does open him up, but because of how he's going at the minute, I think it opens him up for European clubs. Like, Italy are very big on English players at the minute. You know, they're thriving. He could easily get a European spot in Spain. It just depends what system he fits into and how he's going to fit into their kind of style play. And is he going to want to go in and be top striker, solo man, or is he going to be willing to sit back and take a few quid and go and sit behind someone as the number 2. I don't think personally if I was I wouldn't sit number 2. I'd go no, I'm number 1. End of.
It's my look at the list of teams here, and I think like Mateta looks like he's going to be hot property. A lot of clubs are looking at him, so if he goes, Nketiah's there back up, but
he's got Everton written all over him.
Yeah, the lap.
No, Mateta.
Oh, Mateta.
He's that. He's Beto. He's that type of rapid nuts player. I think he fits you well.
Cunha is going one to United, so that gives Wolves an option, but they've got Finley and Larson, who looks like he's their main player. Forest with Woods, he could even replace Woods, because Woods is getting on, as you said. Tottenham, only Solanke.
Would you go this thing though? Like would you go? Why would you go to Spurs? There isn't any pull.
No, not with Ange. No,
unless they come into a big. There's no pull for Spurs other than Son will ping me a ball. That's about it.
Yeah. Well, even look at their Fulham is sitting 8th. You know what I mean? They've only got Raul Jimenez and who's the other one that tore Thingy apart, Van Dijk apart, Muniz.
Yeah. That make that's the other one.
And then you've got Everly, and then you've got Bournemouth, which is that Evan Nielsen.
Yeah.
And they play nice football, Bournemouth. And then Brighton, I've got Welbeck and João Pedro. So it's weird because it's going to be in number 2 somewhere. The only way he's going to be in number 1, have a look at there, is Everton.
Yeah.
He's better than Calvert-Lewin. And Broly's going to go back to Chelsea.
Where's Calvert-Lewin going? Because I've heard loads of rumours about him. Because there was
I think he's going back to that side club in the Championship called Sheffield United. I think he's going back down there.
Oh, sound, he can go there. That's fine. Because I've seen that someone said, would we take him? I was like, absolutely not. Not a chance.
It's sometimes in the air when we go long, I don't mind him in the air because he actually is really good in the air. Everyone else about the game's crap.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
I don't think Leeds going to be interested in looking at someone like that.
No, but there was rumours of obviously with Vardy. I know people are saying as soon as it were announced, Leeds fans, some of them were.
Yeah.
Do we take him? Absolutely not. Couldn't think of a worse bloke to sign.
He's very destined for the MLS now, Vardy.
Wrexham, I heard.
Oh, I see Wrexham for the Championship. That would be naughty, because he will bag goals.
Exactly, and I think Wrexham have always done that thing of we're League 1, we're League 2, we'll buy League 1, bottom end Championship, and so on. Realistically, you're still buying a decent, striker.
He's on a free though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's on a free.
He's not even.
So why would you not go for the money deal? You've got your Hollywood stars there going, come to us, we'll give you this, we'll give you a lavish lifestyle. I'm sure his missus would love, a little bit of Hollywood gossip to put on Instagram and that and sell to paper, so why not?
Get right into Ryan Reynolds' wife.
I would hoping that there was a thing about Colleen Rooney and someone says, imagine if Colleen Rooney had tweeted out first saying Jamie Vardy's retiring or going Wrexham before anybody else.
Yeah, class that. We'll go try off another podcast when the season finishes. I listen to it on TalkSport. Do you put Vardy in the top 10 best ever Prem strikers? Its record is disgusting, by the way. It's naughty. But the people who are below him are unbelievable players.
Yeah.
But to play for unbelievable teams.
That's it.
It's for another podcast because it's you can sit there for ages with
I'd give him credit though, because he could have left and gone to Arsenal after that Premier League winning season, and he stuck it out. So credit to him there, but.
And he stayed with them when we got relegated and right through. But at the end of the day, they gave him the chance.
But,
1 million. £1 million.
From
to
Fleetwood.
go on, smash all those records. We'll move away from fucking Vardy anyway, to play another podcast. EFL Roundup, guys. EFL Roundup. Oh dear. Adam. Sheffield United. He's never ever gone up through the playoffs. Your ass will be twitching.
Mate, I've been there. Like I said, I've had the fortunate experience, and this was at the new Wembley. I was sat right underneath the arch, and Simonson, mate, screamed it off at crossbar. I said, keeper, we're going to sky it, can't kick it. And I've been there, and it is horrendous. The fact that we are going to have to go through it again. I'm tempted to go. If we get to the final, I'm probably going to go. I'm going to take my missus, show her what it's all about. But I don't see us. I don't even want to say that we're going to win it. I daren't, because I don't see it happening. I don't. Like, we should. We should. We've beat the other teams by a clear mile. Like, we've got, what, how many points is it? 15 or so? Something stupid between the top
Sunderland,
like, four. Like, we're above them, so we should. But we are the players have been in these key moments of late. They've all reacted and got involved and done silly things. Like Anel Ahmedovic's freaking tackle inside the box. Why? Don't know. They just keep doing it. Like we said the time before, Jack Robinson grabbing players for no reason, getting overzealous and doing silly things. And I feel like that is what could cost us at that point. Now, if we keep our cool and we focus on trying to win, maybe. But we all know what Wilder's like, and I imagine some players are seeing him and going,
he's losing his
well,
head.
we can get away with doing some, not the same sort of thing, but similar in context, you know, monkey see, monkey do. Well, if he can get a bit, you know, at times, well, then why can't we? We're the team, and that's probably what's been going on. So I'm not looking forward to it, mate. I'm terrified.
Do you know what? Anyone on the given day in Championship can cause a problem. And I think
it's the second best league in the world.
100%. I think it's the most entertaining league in the world by a country mile. Far more entertaining than the Prem. But yeah, competitive wise and the quality that you've got, although it's not up to Prem standard, the quality is pretty much unmatched around the world for top to bottom. You have teams that do bottle it and pull out, but I mean, you said what? Usually what 14 points clear, something like that. You've got
Sheffield
Bristol,
United 89, Sunderland 76.
yeah, and Bristol 67, Coventry 66, Millwall 66, Blackburn 65, Middlesbrough 64, and West Brom 61.
Yeah, do you reckon West Brom are in it there, or I'm looking at that
No,
myself?
but West Brom are done.
Yeah, so
West Brom are done and dusted.
So from 5th to 9th can get in the playoffs.
Yeah,
and Coventry
I
play
reckon-
Middlesbrough on last day of the season.
Yeah, and we play Bristol tonight at 8. So if we beat Bristol tonight, that's Bristol done, I would say. I think I don't see them coming into a last game of the season, but again, could be well wrong because Championship one of them leagues, you know, someone gets tanked 6-0 and then goes and tanks someone 8-0, and it's that mad of a league. I reckon that the top 6 is set. Whatever order it goes in, but it's set as it is. I don't fancy Borough, I don't fancy Blackburn, and I do not fancy Millwall at all.
Millwall cause fucking havoc, you know, if they get to the final.
Yeah, they will.
You imagine Millwall Leeds in the Prem.
Millwall Leeds
and Millwall Leeds in the Championship.
Millwall West Ham in the Prem.
Jesus.
I mean, it's that fucking Olympic Stadium.
Yeah.
What I'd personally love to see is Fat Frank get through. Just saying.
I love Coventry. I wouldn't mind Coventry coming up, but you know what? I reckon who's played the blinder in this since Sunderland. They've been in disgusting form because they're just new. Right, we're in the playoffs. Let's just fucking chill. Don't get any injuries. Don't fucking express yourself. Don't fucking overexert yourself and just stay there. Because then all these are battling out working and that stuff. We're sound. We're done.
Yeah.
So Sheffield United the other day, they had to battle for automatic promotion. So it was only Sunderland who were like, you know what, we can just relax here. We're in. We don't need to fucking go crazy.
It's a kick in teeth as well. Like you've seen it like with us last year and teams year before and so on. Of that type kind of, we've nearly got automatic and you lose out. What last couple of weeks? You've built up your finals already been and gone. Essentially, like it must feel that way as a fan. It feels that way last year. Your finals been and done. So I can imagine for the player side of things, it must feel similar. Of well, we've had a chance. This is now the last chance. Panic sets in. I would assume, but it does as a fan, so I don't know as a player. But yeah, I reckon top six is set as it is. I hope Coventry don't come up. I don't want Lampard to have any accolades other than he turned up and pressed 4-4-2 and went for it, or whatever the crap he does.
Who would you like to go through?
Fucking legend.
Nah, Lampard's not a legend. Lampard's an asshole. That's a nice way to put it. He was a lucky player in a lucky team.
I can't say that on me. He kept us up, so he's a legend in my eyes.
All I can say is
Sorry,
he's
man.
he's fat Frank. That's all I can say.
Better than Gerrard. So out of the
Even
teams, then,
I triggered at that.
I don't know
even
what
I
he's going to say.
triggered that.
Sheffield United are going up. Who you reckon has it out of that team, out of that bunch? Who wins the playoffs?
I reckon Sheffield United probably do, but I do fancy Bristol. I something about them. I think they cause problems. They don't really like last 7 or 8 games. A couple of goals in there they've conceded. I do fancy Bristol to pull a bit of a worldie out of the bag here.
Who are you going for, Goldie?
Coventry. Does for the lols for Lampard.
And I'm going to go Sunderland.
Ooh.
And I think I think Mill will creep in. I'd say Coventry spec.
Do you? If they take Coventry out, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. They can get in.
Let's have a look. Millwall, Millwall aren't getting in. They're playing barely last game of the season. It's Sal. Millwall, take that back. Millwall aren't getting in. Barely at home, nah, it's sorted. So yeah, Millwall have it. They're not fucking scoring there. Right. Wrexham. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
3 back-to-back fucking promotions. What the fuck's going on here? I can't wait to watch this on Netflix.
It's
Money in
literally it's the Ryan Reynolds effect, literally. That's literally it.
They're going to be playing
They are the
Swans.
Man City.
Cardiff have gone down and Wrexham have gone up.
Mad. They are the Man
They
City.
could go to the Prem.
Mate, if they make it to the Prem, like they can spend big. Like, but I think they lost money this year though. I think they reported they lost money. But they must get something in going up in TV rights. They must get a bit more, especially the sponsorship. They must make fortunes on sponsorship, which is Ryan Reynolds' company anyway, isn't it?
You think they're the TikTok sponsor in League 2, League 1, League 2, I think, which was a big deal. The money they've got in, I think, well, we were talking earlier before we started with the consortium stuff. With those two, that McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds, they both seem really invested. And
To be there most games and live in America,
Yeah.
it's unbelievable.
that's it. Like the consortium's great, and like you see it with us and with other clubs of, investors going, "Oh, great, we've won, whatever." But that kind of commitment they've got to it, I think, is quite admirable. It's what you'd want as a fan. They live and breathe each kick and each goal, and it does seem to impact them. So, I suppose if you're a Wrexham fan, I'd love that. As a non-Wrexham fan, I hate the fact that they bought the way up the EFL. I think that's just a scummier city. Not been any, but if I'd have been a Wrexham fan, I wouldn't care because.
But the mad thing with their buying as well, they haven't bought unbelievable players. They brought experience with age. Because Jay Rodriguez is
Players
not
better
young.
than what they
Yeah,
are.
not young. Fucking McLean's not young. We also see get up front. That's someone
Yeah,
else.
but they've got the knowledge to pass on to the young lads that are already there, and that's the foundation that they're playing off. And the goals that I saw, mate, absolute screamers. Like, they've come out of nowhere. They've got the talent. Now they're buying the experience, and fair play to them. Because, to be fair, I fancy them for next season. You know.
It'd be interesting to see.
I don't. I reckon they'll stall next year. I don't think they'll go up. I think they'll find it a hell of a lot harder than they ever have done. It's
I think
League 1, League 2 are easier to buy your way out of championships. Just not. I mean,
I
you
think-
look at us this year with money we've spent and players we've got in. We've not found it easy. So I don't think they're anywhere close to walking next year. I think they might get playoffs if they're lucky, but I think that's best of them for them.
I think they'll either get second or they'll be in playoffs. I think they'll do well. I think it'll be one of them. They know what's coming, because again, Ryan Reynolds and all that, they are over in America. They don't quite understand, or they do to an extent, but obviously it's not the same understanding we have of football. They call it soccer. Completely different to them. It's a secondary sport. It's not their main thing. So they've looked at this, analysed this, and gone, how can we make money out of this? They are not going to want to make a risk by going up and coming back down, which is why they're buying the experienced players. And I think that even though there's going to be a break, they'll probably still be trying to keep like some sort of routine in to try and keep the momentum going forward. They're not going to want to stop.
When you look at the team though as well, it's a very kind of homegrown team. They've only got a couple of overseas players. Just pulled them up there. They literally have, from like I see, 2 players from I think Gambia. The rest are English, Irish, Scottish, and Welsh.
Where the heart and passion is.
Yeah, you don't see that in terms of like you look at a team now and you start 11. It's probably 11 different countries. No, nothing wrong with that, but English lads, Irish lads, Scottish lads, all the kind of the home nations. You know where Wrexham have come from. You know a bit about it. There's a bit more investment in, and even living there. I think if you're coming over from grew up in Barcelona or Sao Paulo or somewhere like that, and they go, "Do you want to come and sign and play in Wrexham?" Don't really have the allure.
But they will do now.
Liverpool's that way and Manchester's that way.
But with the obviously the fucking Rob and Ryan, the polls there, now everyone knows who they are.
Yeah.
And they've got to obviously turn up every week, like Chan Tatum's there the other week.
Let's see, Will Ferrell. Every day now, for every game actually, for them to payday. Because the weigh-ins will be packed. And when you go to Wales, it's not like we'll stay over.
Yeah.
Just the fucking... It's like Blackpool, and you go to Blackpool.
Yeah. Well, that's it. You've got that draw of we're having a away day, and if they did come to the Prem, your home games are in it. Your closest away games. You've got 2 in Merseyside, 2 in Manchester, very close by. They're not treks, but again, as you said, you go for a weekend. You might even convince Mrs. to go for a family holiday.
Let's see caravan to Haven and then go to match.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can convince Mrs. and get away with it. So the draw probably is there, but yeah, I
can't wait to see how they get on, see who they buy, because they will be sitting down soon and think, right, how do we fucking consolidate in this league?
If they take Vardy, I fancy. I mean, they'll have probably the two of the most hated players in the league, with Vardy and the Irish fella, McLean, whatever his face is.
James McLean.
Yeah, they're like 2 of the most hated players, but that doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. I think that type of stuff, players can thrive on that, and Man United 15-20 years ago thrived on being the most hated club.
If people want to shut them down,
it works out.
People want to shoot them down. Success in it. Once you start being successful, everyone guns for you. Everyone loved the story at the start, didn't they? Yeah, everyone. And then now it's like, fuck your story. We're going to ruin it.
Miracles can happen. Miracles can happen. I can guarantee you, this time next year, Wrexham won't be getting close to the Prem.
Oh, there you go. Fucking someone clip that. There you go. Let's go with these points.
I think they'll get there.
I reckon they consolidate this year.
Do you know what though? I don't think there's anything wrong with them not playing to win, not playing to be promoted. In terms of, being happy to establish themselves for a year, get the money in, keep the income coming in, then go for it year 2. As much as they'd obviously want to go for it as a fan base and the players, I don't think there's any harm in that, or nothing wrong with if they did say, we'll sit back for a year, we'll not split the cash, we'll establish yourself first, get a foothold in the league, we'll then push forward.
They're going to look at other teams' wage budget and say, right, we need to match that. Then there's no way. Match everyone in there to be competitive, and then we'll go from there. Then obviously sell the story. Obviously, time-wise, we'll move on. VAR, there's 2 in question for me. Me and Goldie had a difference yesterday. Hazard mustn't have seen it. United sending off, I think, who was it? It was...
Ivan Nielsen.
Oh, Evan Nielsen. He slips. His slipping foot catches his ankle, but then his other foot catches him round the kneecap. Goldie doesn't reckon it was. After the Tarkovsky tackle, I probably should say it wasn't, even myself. But yeah, they give him a yellow, went to the screen and changed it. It looked a bit harsh, but I think it's that one that went up in the air and catches him on the knee.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would be
There
like?
wasn't much protest there, was there, from them?
No, the bench jumped up because obviously it was a bit late, but at the end of it, he slipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I say, with VAR, like it's being issues, but there's surely got to be a bit of common sense where they're watching it. Oh, he's literally slipped. You can see him slipping. But then thought, oh no, he's called him proper there at the training line. Like he
Yeah.
slipped.
A yellow card was
Slipped.
right.
If he slipped, it's a yellow when you give him a free kick. It weren't intentional. You can't. There were nothing intent about it. He wasn't trying to get the ball. He wasn't trying to hurt him. He had an accident. His foot slipped. Like
Yeah.
it's human error. You can't help that. You can't just go, oh, red card. Fair enough. If he slid in at like 20 odd mile an hour and absolutely clattered him one, and he's gone blast straight into the floor. Fair enough. But he ain't done that. You can't be, oh, that's a red card. No. That's bang out of order.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they should be
overall,
ashamed that they've done
they
that.
got that wrong, and then the one that football's absolutely gone when it comes to these goalkeepers. Did you find the clip of the Bruno incident?
I haven't seen it. I've watched 4 or 5
Oh,
highlights and nobody
God,
got it on.
mate, literally. Have you seen it, Adam? Yeah.
No,
No?
I can't
Oh
find it.
my God! So I think the cross comes in, yeah, and Bruno gets pushed, and as he gets pushed, the goalkeeper comes flying out and hits Bruno, and Bruno hasn't got a clue what's gone on, and the ball's gone in, and they've given the foul on the goalkeeper. When Bruno wasn't even involved, the keeper's charged him, and then the players push Bruno.
Also found it.
Bruno had no clue. He was just there in the way, and I was just like, mate, why are they getting so much protection? He's come flying out of his goal and clattered him, basically his own players, made him clatter it, coming together. He's done nothing. I wonder if I can catch it. Let's have a look.
Yeah, speaking of Tarkovsky, he's out injured now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Calm with that. Calm with that, trying to take McAllister out.
Yeah, but there was no wrong with his tackle. It's like the Tyler Adams one in that game, though.
Oh,
He got a yellow card because of follow through, but I thought it was a great tackle. He went full force, took ball, took man, levelled him. Great challenge, no wrong with it.
Ref watch. Should we put ref watch on here?
Sponsored by We Buy Any Car.
Michael Salisbury, this one. Bruno Guimaraes, ball in the back
Let's
of
see
the
what
net,
ref watch
deemed to
says.
foul the Ipswich
It's on ref
goalkeeper.
watch if you need to watch it.
Well,
Yeah, ball
what's
comes in,
Guimaraes
Bruno
supposed to
wins,
do here?
ball goes up in the air,
I think the fact he turned his back on the goalkeeper swayed
turns his
the
back
referee.
on the goalkeeper and the goalkeeper runs
Once-
into him.
Rude.
Once the referee gives a foul, the VAR.
Yeah, watch it there. Keeper goes up, Bruno turns his back,
on someone else.
and the keeper runs into him. Bruno looks at the keeper
Stephen.
and just turns his back, and the
I don't
keeper just
understand why
runs
it's
into
not
him.
given.
I really don't. I don't care whether he turns his back.
Yeah, even
All he
Figgy.
does is turn and stand his ground.
Yeah,
doesn't
he turns
influence
around and stands his
anything that
ground.
the
It should be
goalkeeper
stood.
does.
But
Goalkeeper
obviously,
doesn't
fucking,
do
you know.
him.
That's the thing, though.
I
If you
find
stand your ground,
it-
like you said, keepers are protected. It's common. They're very well protected more than anyone else in game. Like I said, I've not seen it, but I've seen the outrage online, and is that the way the game's going now? That if the keeper's involved, might as well just do 5-a-side where you can't go in box. No one can
Yeah.
go into the ball to put pressure on the keeper.
There you go. I've linked it anyway into the chat.
Don't. Quiz time.
I'll have a look at that. But yeah, that's wrong. That fucking hell.
Like, he looks at him, but
Pardon?
he looks at him, but then stops. Like he turns his back and just stops where he is, and the keeper comes out and clatters him.
You don't have to move, do you?
No, like you
You
don't have
move for
to.
the keeper.
Right then, the quiz, and then we should be on time. What has it here?
Yeah.
Right, so it's guess 2, isn't it? And Goldie 1, and Hazard 0.
Come on, Arthur, you gotta do
Right,
you gotta do
here we
this
go. He's all ready, yeah? What do you want to guess? He's out, and then if you haven't got a clue, we'll I'll give you the answer. Right. Who am I? I have played for Arsenal, Man City, Real Madrid alone, Spurs, Palace, and then Istanbul Başakşehir.
Where's my friends? What's going on here? 2 secs.
You on Google there? Your screen's frozen. It's definitely Google.
Ooh. Did you say Real Madrid loan after Arsenal?
After Man City.
After Man City.
He's definitely on Google, yeah. He's back.
Am I on? Is
Yeah,
it
you're on.
working?
Yeah, you're on.
Yeah, my whole phone just froze and they're trying to like, get it to respond. Sorry about that.
What happens when you Google footballers?
Do you want the teams again?
I'm flummoxed.
I've got a name in my head, but it's wrong, and it's only because they played for 2 of the clubs.
Well, you know, as long as he's played for 2, you know, it could be worth a guess.
Recent? Oh,
Recent, no, not most of these this time round are like not long retired.
I don't want to guess it.
I'll give you a
It's the
clue.
Istanbul thing that stumped me here.
He's a striker. Just need another clue, and this will be my last clue for you.
Yeah, that wasn't my guess, and I had a midfielder in my head, so...
Yeah, right, so the last clue. A famous celebration against his previous team.
Adebayor.
Oh, Adebayor.
There we go, Goldie got it in quick.
I didn't realise he went to Real Madrid, though.
Yeah, on loan.
No, I didn't.
It was the Istanbul thing that got me out of all that.
I wouldn't even focus on like the end ones, me just focus on his main teams. I think Arsenal to Man City, they've done the
Yeah,
famous.
but sometimes the obscure ones, like, you
Yeah.
know, when there's a split and you're like, you don't know, well, that's why I try and focus on the obscure ones.
Right, the goalie gets that one there, only got the clue out just there, but you know. Alright, I have played for Parma, Juventus, PSG, Juventus, Parma.
Oh, my yes.
Andrea
Buffon.
Pirlo.
Goldie's out. You're not getting no clue because the clue gives like it's done. Like
I think Hazard guessed it, you know.
as I said,
Yeah, Buffon.
yeah, he has. There you go. So
I thought I
Hazard.
was wrong then, because you didn't say it.
No, I didn't even hear you. Just
I
didn't hear
didn't
you.
even hear it come through.
I didn't hear it come through. So Hazard's off the mark. He's got one here. Go on, Hazard. Alright, number 3. I have played for River Plate, Real Madrid, Napoli, Juventus, AC Milan on loan, Chelsea loan, Inter Miami.
Higuain.
Oh, he's on fire!
Oh. Oh.
Oh, go on, Hazard, you're going to have to mark here, isn't he?
Oh.
Alright, number 4. He's dashed me for his Leeds match and he's like 6 minutes.
I've got it on.
Right, number 4. I have played for Grimero. I think that's how you say it. Liverpool. Lazio. Grimero.
Lucas Leiva.
Yeah.
Oh, 2-2.
Quick. But I'm getting clapped.
The rapper here. Adam needs both of these. I maybe 3 out of 5. I know what I should do another one. You know what, I have got 6.
No.
I have got 6 down. So right, here we go. I have played for Arsenal, Brentford loan, Roma loan, Juventus, Barcelona.
Thierry Henry.
Goalie's out. still love to see it on replay for Brentford, like on loan.
I was just thinking.
And the Juventus and Barca the wrong way round.
That could just be another Zlatan clip.
Could be, you want it to be.
Game striker. I feel like it was a crap youth loan to Brentford. It's got to have been Championship League One Brentford.
Yeah, I think you're on the right path there with that. I don't think Brentford were in the Prem at the time.
What were the teams again?
Arsenal.
Arsenal,
Brentford loan.
Brentford loan,
Roma loan.
Roma loan.
Juventus. Barcelona. Adam really needs to get this. I can't give you clues on this one either.
Even though I'm out,
Is it-
I think I've got it now.
Is
Even
it?
though I'm out.
I don't know how you say his name though. It's a weird. Is it his proper weird pronunciating name in it?
Can't give you that information, unfortunately.
Fuck.
Yes,
Is it
if it's close.
like Sislenki or something, whatever his name is? No.
No.
Like Wiltek Sholensky or whatever. I don't know how you say it. That's the only one I've got.
You're on the right path.
Are you on about Wojciech Szczesny?
Has got it. It's like Chesney.
Cheers for that one. Do you know what threw me? The Barca one. And you said these are all retired, and then it thought on when you said that he retired and come back, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say. I couldn't fucking. I couldn't say his name.
Especially when there's a player called Selinsky. That's why I couldn't say that. I was like, there's a player out there called Selinsky, so are you on the right path? So Hazard, that's 3 for you. Goldie to tie it up on this one. Right, this is ready for this one.
This is going to be another 22-1 again, isn't it?
Shrewsbury, Man City, Tranmere loan, Blackpool loan, Birmingham loan, Torino loan, West Ham loan, Burnley, Spurs, Celtic.
That's a long word.
Joe Hart.
Oh, he takes it this week. He takes it. I was worried about the Shrewsbury to Man City because
That's what give it away to me, because I remember he started lower league for his local, and all the loans threw me because I didn't recall.
I was thinking to take the Shrewsbury out and just go Man City and then do the loans.
I wouldn't have got Blackpool and that. It was Shrewsbury, City and Celtic.
City to Tranmere loan is crazy because he was City's number 1 for how long?
Did he loan to them when he was number 1 though? When he was big with them?
Going off from this thing, he never went back to City. Like, he just carried on.
Fair enough.
Because it should have Tranmere loan, City, Blackpool loan, City.
Yeah.
But yeah, it went that route. But Hazard there, I think that was 4, wasn't it?
Yeah.
4 or 2. So it's all getting interesting. Guess still 2. Goldie has it on 1, and I think we are perfect timing. Look at that 1 minute spare for you.
They've just come out now ready to. We've got 2 keepers on bench today.
The other one just look pissed.
It's that Alex Cairn. The kid was just signed to be English. That's all he signed for.
Alright, homegrown. There was one of the things I wanted to put in it, but like time consuming, obviously, fucking a Luco, we could have been here all day with that one, Ian Wright to play back, but we'll save it for next week.
Yeah.
Right,
I will
let's
say this.
go on.
The Bull top of the league. The Bull Oval top league. Oh wait, the champions.
No, yeah, I'm going to wait till FIFA. Yeah.
You've got 2 in how many years in your acting, big man?
these are the only two I've seen in my lifetime, to be fair. So
I won them.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I won them was the COVID Prem, and this one was the PGMOL pen. So
hey,
interesting.
the points speak for themselves.
So do those fucking decisions. Fucking Van Dijk got him away with murder all season. Fucking lad fucking punched someone in the back of the head and got nothing.
You celebrated a 2-2 draw like a final win, okay? That's all I'm saying.
You celebrated a draw at home to West Brom with Jurgen Klopp.
Oh.
Wait to the fucking Klopp, to the fucking cop. What the fuck's West Brom?
I remember that.
Yeah, so do I. Fucking go to the cop and fucking celebrating that with West Brom.
It's fine.
Right, enjoy your evening, lads. Enjoy the game, Hazard. See you next week. See you later.